I've got a bit of a situation here, guys. I just came down the back here to clean up this area here, but it's got a lot of rubbish and dirt and remains of the building camp. And I can hear water trickling. And what have we got? We've got all that area out there, which was the lowlands, a natural flow of the water going down towards the river, is now doing this. It's flowing that way and flooding in to this Kong here, which was an empty sort of a dam or depression. So that water's coming up slowly and steadily across the countryside. Yeah, so what I'm doing now is I'm going to go down to the river, and see what the river height is doing. Cause, yeah, come up. Oh, come up already. Yeah, you put here before. Oh, half hour. Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Again? Yeah. Uncle put the stick in to measure how high. I'll go to the river and see if the river is in flood, and maybe it's coming down from upstream, and we could have an event going on here, which could end up, if it rises 2 foot, we're stuck on our property, which is up on the hill a bit, but the road, we won't get in. Yeah? Oh, up here. Oh. Oh, his friend told him yesterday maybe this all go underwater here. Yeah, because it is the end of the rainy season. Now, you didn't have rain here, but it could have been a lot of rain up north. Oh. Okay, I'll go and look at the river, Lung. I'll go look at the big river. Yeah, so I'll go down the river, because this will go underwater here if it gets up. The landfill we put for the property is about the height of the maximum water rise, the top of that grass there, and the house is another 2 foot above that, the house foundation. So it could get serious. It's part of life over here. We'll go down the river and have a check. Oh, listen to it all. People happening, the dog's barking. Yeah, she's Lung says half hour's come up 4 inches. It's interesting. She's hopping the car and going down the river and see how much the water's rising down there, see if it's possible to back flooding from the river. Heading down towards the river is where we can have a look and see what the water is doing as far as the levels. I did notice last night when we were fishing down there on the river into the evening and into the dark, it came up to about 4 inches on the high tide, about 4 inches from where we were actually fishing, which I thought was unusual. I thought it was just a high tide. Yeah, maybe there's a lot of water coming down from up country somewhere. I'll go and check it out. Meanwhile, this is where we live up here. This is this type of country. It's all wet, full of coconut palm trees, irrigated by channels, and the channels have got fish in them as well, but they're not the actual fish farms. The fish farms are just huge big holes full of water with the fish in them, and a lot of prawn farms here, freshwater prawns, heaps of them. The prawn farms are identified, they've got the water wheels splashing around to oxygenate the water, whereas the fish farms don't seem to need that. And something happened the other day at a prawn farm near us. We got the word, local gossip, the big pond, they went to empty the prawns and all the prawns were dead. Something had happened to them, maybe got a disease or a chemical imbalance, maybe not enough oxygen, yeah, or something like that. And apparently that does happen occasionally. So I just had to empty it out and let the sun cook the mud for a couple of days, kill all the pathogens and stuff, I suppose. I'm just looking out my window to my right here, and the water level's quite high in there too, and that's an unused farm. There you go. There. Just an observation, Thai people would never go off the bitumen. They would put the wheel onto the gravel, and I always thought it was just something about city people don't trust the gravel or something. But when you look at the roads, here, these country roads, as soon as you get to the edge of a bitumen, it drops off 1.5 foot straight down 90 degrees. So you're putting a wheel over the edge into, oh, you've got to be stuck. Rightio, here's the little Kong River. Oh. Wow. She's as highest I've ever seen that too. We could be in difficulties. Could be difficulties coming. That's as high as I've seen that river. We're not far away from the river. That one's down, he's down, but if they've got a levee bank around then they'll stay down until it breaks through. Right, turn left here, down to the river. I've got to tell you blokes, shh, don't tell anyone, this is a secret fishing spot. But I don't know why it's secret, because we've never caught any fish here, but it's just a beautiful little spot to sit in the evening. We had a good moon last night. We had the sickle-shaped moon with the big planet, you know, like the Muslim flag. We're going up here into the jungle. Oh, birds. Some sort of birds. Oh, doesn't look that high. But the question is, how high does it have to be? The question really is, how high does it have to be to start flooding? There's been a machine in here. There's a lot of bark and stuff, and I see those gum tree sticks there. Ready, Cup? This water is high. It's come up about another 8 inches. Another 8 inches since last night. I reckon we're having floods backing up. I reckon that's what it is. The water's coming up. The water's coming up through the farms into our back doorstep. Could be problems. But old Lung Tiger's onto it. He's got a stick there measuring how much you're raising. He's onto it. Fishermen are up here fishing. Sawadee Cup. How are you? Kun sabai di mai? You okay? Okay. I come to look at the Nam. Come. Shh. Water. Up.
One again. One again.
Yeah, yeah. Up. Oh, tourist.